Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bears Den. David here. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic week so far, and I hope you all are doing well no matter when you're watching this video here. Now, in today's video, I just gotta let you know I'm a little sick. The sickness has got to me. It's that time of year. October is in full swing, as you could tell, if you are getting sick already. So the colder months are upon us and definitely hit me hard right now. So I will try my best not to cough or sneeze during this video, but no promises, I guess you could say. But yeah, this video today, this fragrance video, is going to be talking about full bottle regrets. So basically what I mean by that is I got all these fragrances over here, these 5, and these are ones I just don't see, like they're just not fitting my style, or basically maybe there's better alternatives out there, and I'll hop into that when I talk about each one of these fragrances here. Or I just don't like the smell of them, plain and simple. You know, I like to spread positivity. I always like to look at the positives in fragrances, so I'm going to mention that. You know, there's a place for all these for somebody's collection, I would say. But in my opinion, for me, you know, there's one reason or another I'm making this video and why I'm talking about these fragrances over here, and they're regrets for me, full bottle regrets. So if you all enjoy fragrance content such as challenges, lists, and first impressions or reviews, make sure to check out the rest of my channel after you get done watching this video. And if you want to be included in November's Q&A on the flavor of the month video, make sure to keep your eye out on the community tab where I post a question. Love to hear from the community, love to read your all responses on that question there. Now, with all that out of the way, let's roll the intro. Okay, so first fragrance we're going to be talking about on this list is a very creative fragrance. I really applaud this brand for what they did, and it is no other than Moschino Toy Boy here. And I really like the bottle. I like the kind of teddy bear, and this is the only fragrance I have from the house. I'm very interested to try more fragrances from this house, but the first one, you know, this is a fragrance where I don't absolutely hate it, but I just don't see myself wearing this much. It's very heavy on the florals, a rose fragrance, and it's the rose that I don't really enjoy much. I enjoy more of that buttier rose that you're going to get from Louis Vuitton's Los Sable Roses or Zaharoff's rose fragrances as well. Both those fragrances, Fatty Dark Rose, I really enjoy that one, and then the regular Rosé fragrance. Oh, they are excellent fragrances. But this one here, it's just not my type of rose here. Very floral. It's kind of a wet rose, I guess you could say. Very sharp. And I get a little synthetic feel with this as well. But, you know, I bought it. It was very cheap when I bought this bottle here. Big bottle as well. But overall, this is floral, musky, woody, soft spice, fresh spice. Got some amber. Rose is going to be in the forefront in those florals. But this is just a floral fragrance that I am not too big of a fan of. I love the creativity from the house. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I always like to look at the positives of fragrances. And this one here, it's very creative. And, you know, for a male kind of focused fragrance here, you know, I still feel like this leans feminine. But overall, a male can rock this. And it's just not my style of fragrance overall. So, Moschino Toy Boy, this one, like I mentioned, I applaud it for being creative. I applaud it for kind of going a different direction. But just in my opinion, in my taste, I'm going to go towards those other rose fragrances I mentioned before. And also, too, I just don't like the florals in this. I'm just not a floral guy. I've kind of mentioned it before. There are very few floral forward fragrances that I'm going to jive with. And just this one isn't one of them. But overall, I respect Moschino for going out of the way and creating this fragrance. So first one, Moschino Toy Boy. And if you're interested in this fragrance, if you're a man and you like your florals, you like kind of a wet rose, you know, watery rose, by all means, check this one out on discounters. It's not that much money, okay? Next one, this one is from the House of Prada. And the reason why it makes this list, it's just very redundant to me. There's just, out of all the big fragrance brands, when we want to talk about blue fragrances, this one just doesn't do it for me that much. And it's the performance too as well. And this is Prada Luna Rossa Ocean. I haven't tried the new Le Parfum this year, but I do like the Eau de Parfum. That's a more deep and darker fragrance, but this one's more of a blue, straight blue, I would say. That one's more focused. I would say the Le Parfum and the Eau de Parfum are more focused on the deeper kind of ambery type of notes there. But this one here is more on that fresh, musky, aromatic. And I love my aromatic scents, overall. And this one's got a little iris in it as well. And if I had to give somebody like this fragrance here, if there's somebody beginning coming in the fragrances, I would recommend this one for sure. But for me and my taste and my, what I'm looking for, I'm going to go with Y. I'm going to go with Bleu Chanel. I'm going to go with Dior Sauvage. I'm going to go with Dylan Blue before I even think about picking this one up. So there's 4 in front of this one that I'm going to go with before this. And the performance is not good for me on this one. I want to get about 5.5, 6 hours. And it's an okay smelling fragrance to me. It's just not nothing. It's kind of like the Moschino here. It's like, it's not bad and it's not good. It's not anything that's going to blow your mind. Well, this one's creative. This one isn't really creative at all. It's a blue fragrance. It's meant to be, it's a versatile, very versatile fragrance. And if you're a beginner, I highly recommend checking this one out here. And then also, if you just want something easygoing, versatile, a lavender forward type of fragrance, this is the one you're going to be looking for here. And I will say overall, this one, like I said, it's not bad, but I would go with those other blues if I had to choose, if I had to redo my collection. And that's what this video is all about, is talking about bottles I regret buying because I have better options out there. I just don't like the smell of it or any other reason per se. But Prada Luna Rossa Ocean, next one on this list. But yeah, if you are looking for an easygoing blue scent and you don't want something kind of like loud or obnoxious, this might be the one for you here. But like I mentioned, I would go with Bleu de Chanel if I wanted something kind of closer, not really loud. And if I wanted something loud, I'm going to be doing with Dior Sauvage. And then you also got the Y, you also got the Dylan Blue. And so yeah, put that one up. Now this one's the ultimate mauve fragrance here. And the reason why this one makes this list is because this one from retail is very expensive. And even at retail, the Prada, there's better options out there in my opinion for that. If we're going off the Eau de Toilette concentration, in my opinion here. But we're going with Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. Now this one at retail is crazy on the price. And I would if I wanted to give somebody this DNA here, I would turn them towards Legend from Mont Blanc. I mean, for the price you can get that at a discounter. Even at discounters, this is very pricey. And this is one of my favorite fragrance DNAs here for a fresh type of fragrance. This is one of my favorite styles, but guess which one I'm gonna be going with? I'm gonna be going with Percival from Parfums Marly. That's just because I got champagne taste on a beer pocketbook. All right, I like the expensive stuff. I like the niche. All right, I do like designers, but niche is usually my type of scents. All right, and I'm going to be going with Percival other than this here, because this one it has good performance for what it is, but for the price they're asking for this, I would go with the Legend, or I would even just say forget about it. I'm going to spend the full amount and I'm going to get Percival. So that's why this makes this list. And this is the ultimate mall fragrance. So you think of malls, first thing you think is Abercrombie & Fitch. You think about this one. But there's just so many other fragrances out there now that just do this DNA better. And price-wise, quality-wise, are going to be a better bet than this one here. So if you're interested in this one, a cheaper option, go with Legend. Go with Legend. If you want the higher option, go with Percival. That is one of my favorite PDM fragrances, and that is, I just really, really enjoy that fragrance, as you could tell. I'm getting flustered even talking about it. So Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. I'll talk about some accords with this too. Aromatic, woody, citrus, fresh spice, musky, and it's got a little earthiness, a little sweet, powdery as well. So give you a little chords of this one. But Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, next one on our list here. Now the two of these are heavy hitters. These are popular fragrances here, and the reason why this next one makes it on here, which, you know, I'm a big fan of this brand, okay? I am not a fan of their prices. Not a fan of their prices. All their fragrances now are very overpriced, but I really enjoy their fragrances, you know. I'm a big fan of Grenache Tweed. I'm a big fan of Viking. I'm a big fan of Aventus here. Big fan of it. I'm a big fan of Aventus Cologne. I'm a big fan of Silver Mountain Water. You know, there's a lot of fragrances I do enjoy. I'm a big fan of. Grenache Tweed and Viking are my go-tos from the house. And Centaurus, you know, I haven't opened that one up yet, but I got that one for a first impression coming up on the channel. There's a little sneak peek for you all. But Creed Aventus here, you know, I got the 10th anniversary, the cash grab one, I guess you could say. And man, this DNA smells so darn good, okay? And you know, you want to go into batch variations, you want to go all that type of jazz, you know, talking about, oh, I got this one, this one's more fruity, this one's more birchy, this one's more smoky, you know, all that woody, all that type of jazz. But with this one, there's just so many better options out there. Like Hasselblad off the top of my head. And you could also get the clone. You can get the, why am I blanking on it? Come on. What's the clone's name? It's one of the most popular clones out there. I'm blanking on it, man. I can't even remember. Club de Nuit Intense Man. Club de Nuit Intense Man. Excuse me, mouthful. Sorry, the sickness does not help. But just go with that one. Just go with that one for the price. You're going to get very similar vibes to the Creed Aventus or Mont Blanc Explorer you could go with, okay? Sorry for a little pause there, but Club de Nuit Intense Man, Explorer, Hasselblad if you want another niche variation. Terenzi has a good fragrance, in my opinion, of this DNA here. And you could check those all out, and they're going to be cheaper than the Creeds these days. The Creed, this one's going for like a lot of money. I think like $400, $500, and that's crazy. That's just mind-blowing. But, you know, at one time, I would say when this was at cheaper prices and when this was the only thing out, yeah, this was the go-to fragrance. This DNA was there. And, you know, I really enjoy this DNA. I have a whole bunch of other scents in my collection that have the Creed Aventus DNA. This, you know, this is a revolutionary fragrance. It started off a genre. But I just can't, this day and age and the performance and the longevity of it, I just can't recommend this one to anybody. And, you know, it's a regret for me because I found other ones that are in this similar DNA, similar style that I would go with. But I'm glad I do have a bottle of it, but if I had to repurchase this, I would not, okay? So Creed Aventus is the one making the list for this from the House of Creed. But, hey, Creed, I enjoy your stuff. You just got to stop making it so pricey. I mean, Centaurus and Delphinus, they're crazy on the price right now. But overall, you know, Creed, I still like your fragrances, all right? You guys have good stuff. You guys put out good stuff. Just not the price, though. Just not the price. Alrighty, last but not least, what we're going to be talking about here is we're going to be talking about Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, which is now the lead perfumer at Dior. And I don't know if all you heard about Eau Forte there. I have not tried that one out. I don't know if I will try that one out, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. I kind of need to make my own opinion about it. But Baccarat Rouge here, again, this kind of falls in the same thing as the Aventus here. So this one, you got woody, amber, warm spice, fresh spice, metallic, aromatic, overall white floral, and this one gives me a headache, okay? Like, a lot of people get headaches with this. They go nose blind, and that's what this one does. And there's so many other clones out there. Like, don't get me wrong, I think this smells good when I smell it from the atomizer, but overall, this one is just, again, it's like the Creed here. There's better stuff out in the market for the price you can get this at. This is expensive stuff, and also too, I just go nose blind to it, and it gives me headaches as well. So that's why this is on this list. Overall, it's a very good scent by Maison Kurkdjian. I applaud him for doing this. I really like the amber. I really like how it smells from the atomizer here. And if you kind of want something that's got a lot of spices and a very woody type of fragrance, I would definitely check this out. maybe the clones because it's a cheaper option for you, or get a sample of this and see what you think. But there's just, again, it's like the Creed, there's just better options out there for the price tag and stuff, and the quality you can get them at, which is mind-boggling to me that these brands still do that. But like I said, this is something that does smell good, and a guy or a girl can wear it. I would say this is very unisex in my opinion. But overall, Baccarat Rouge is one I do regret. I shouldn't say regret, but you know, I wouldn't buy a bottle again if I had to buy my collection. Like, you know, my collection got thrown out. This one would not be one I would repurchase. I'd probably just repurchase one of the clones because there's so many out there of this. So yeah. And I forgot to mention with the Creed, just so all you know as well, I was too caught up on the name here. You know, Creed is fruity, sweet, leather, woody, smoky, citrus, musky, tropical, and you got a little freshness to it as well. That's the chords of that one. Sorry, I forgot to go back on that. But yeah, everybody, there is my list for 5 fragrances from my collection I would not repurchase if I had to again. Thank you for sticking this long with me throughout the video. And if you have not yet, make sure to hit that subscription button. It means a lot to me. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all your supports. And let me know in the comments down below, what's a bottle you regret buying for many reasons? Do you just have too many bottles in your collection, you're never going to wear it again? Or was it like the Creed and the Baccarat Rouge, where there's just better alternatives now out on the market that you know? And then also too, or is it something that, like Moschino Toy Boy, it's a very situational type of fragrance that you don't know when you would wear it. So let me know in the comments down below. I'd be very interested to hear from you. And with all that being said, I will see you all in the next video.